This is Dal Houston, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. My videos address how to change your circumstances in life, whether they be financial, personal, social, or just life in general. I know there are hundreds, if not thousands, of similar sites. With that said, for better or worse, I just see the world differently than others, and I can tell you without any hesitancy that you will find thoughts, strategies, and ideas here you won't find anywhere else. It is my sincere hope you will find the content interesting and enjoyable. Thank you. Hey guys, Dal here. Hey, if you notice that I'm wearing the same thing in this video that I did the prior video, you're right. Made the video this morning on not focusing on acquiring wealth to obtain the things you want, but rather focusing on yourself and developing a rock solid confidence. And as I was editing and posting on Facebook, I thought, you know, I want to follow up a little bit with that. In today's society, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, but for a very significant chunk of the population, we have become mesmerized by wealth. No, I'm not saying it not always been a big thing. It has, you know, going back tens of thousands of years, thousands of years, okay? And I'm not saying it's not important, but so much of the time, people immediately defer to someone with wealth in numerous situations. It may be they just assume they're smart, and I can guarantee you there's a lot of people that have made money that are smart. There's a lot of people that's made money that aren't, you know, believe me. That they're leaders, that they're all kinds of stuff, that they're just, frankly, in our world that we live in, that they're just more entitled to it. They're just, by their very nature, entitled to it. And that's what I'm trying to focus on with that video and with this video. Once you break that belief in your head and you say, you know what? And lots of people will say this, but they don't really believe it, that I'm as good as any other man, regardless of my wealth or lack of wealth, than any other person. I'm no better, I'm no worse than any other human being, based on their wealth or my wealth, okay? Once you break that, and you are just judging that man for his or her strength, for their qualities and intellect, you will see life changes. And that's what I was trying to kind of get at and allude to in that earlier video. Break that mindset. And I will tell you, I talk to intelligent people, and something will come up, well, I'll mention something about it, and they look at me like I'm crazy. Well, how dare you even imply that someone with $100 million or $30 billion is not more entitled to speak their mind, to be entitled to certain protections in the law, to certain privileges. Now, they can clearly use their money to buy those privileges, you know. I like Richard Branson, nothing against him, but he can use that to buy an island and go there. That I can't do. But he is no better or no worse than I. Just comparing man to man. Leaving money aside. Once you break that belief and give up that belief. So, you know, doesn't freaking matter. Life changes. I'll tell you, I learned that from my grandfather. He was a man with, I don't even want to know if he's had a 3rd grade education. I know his mother died by the time he was 13, and his father went into a deep depression, and my granddad pretty much took care of himself. And he never had much wealth. Believe me, not much at all. But he was absolutely zero impressed by someone with wealth. He could have cared less. I joked, he could have walked up to the President of the United States, and he wasn't impressed by his position. He wasn't impressed by his wealth. And at the time I saw him do that, I'd be embarrassed because I grew up with the belief that it was the money that counted. It was that freaking money that did it. And I'm like, God, Granddad, how can you do this, man? You're a man who sometimes struggles to pay your electric bill. How can you talk to these people like you're on the same terms with them when they're worth lots of money? How can you do that? And now, and for years, I went back and revisited that mindset that man had, and I'm like, wow, that is so freaking powerful. Now, granted, it's contrary to what most people in today's world believe. It is. But who says that's the freaking way it has to be? You got to believe certain things. Hey, the sun comes up in the east, it goes down in the west. But there's something like this. There is no rule, there's no law, there's no statute that says you have to believe this stuff. There's not. It's just a common belief that people believe that. I urge you to give it up. Say, screw that. That takes you nowhere in life. Think about it. Really important lesson. I hope you guys enjoy these two link videos. Thanks.